Hello, this is Bob Donnell with Next Level for Success, and I want to pose a question at you. How many opportunities pass us by every day that we fail to seize? We fail to seize because one, either we don't recognize them as opportunities, or two, we simply don't want to take the effort to see if it's an opportunity. Let me give you a story about a couple of weeks ago. I was in a restaurant waiting to be seated, and a young lady came in, obviously somebody that was working there, and as she came in, she saw a piece of trash on the floor right in front of her. And as she walked up to it, I thought maybe she was going to bend over and pick it up, but instead she literally stepped over the trash. And I began to think about that, and I thought, what would make that person pick up that trash? What would make her do that? I mean, we all do things for a myriad of reasons. Some to avoid pain, and some to gain particular pleasure. So as I began to think about that, I thought, what would have motivated her to pick up that trash? Well, I think if somebody had told her that she would get a 25% raise that day, she probably would have picked up the piece of trash and thrown it in the trash can. Well, as I started thinking about that, was there a possible way for her to increase her income earning potential that day by picking up that trash? And I began to realize very quickly that yes, there was. And let me just give you an example and see if it makes sense to you. If she had picked up that piece of trash, do you think she would have felt better or worse about herself? Of course, we know the answer is better. She would have felt better about herself. So she feels better about herself. Do you tend to perform better when you feel better about yourself? Yes, of course, we'd all agree that you tend to perform better when you feel better about yourself. So she walks in, she picks up the piece of trash, she begins to feel a little bit better about herself. She goes to the first table and she performs a little bit better, maybe only 2 or 3, 5% more, but she performs a little bit better simply because she feels better about herself. So she takes that, performs a little bit better, and now all of a sudden, the people that she's waiting on tend to notice that she is providing a little bit better service and tends to give her a little bit better tip. And maybe it's only, instead of 15%, maybe it's only 18%, maybe it's 20%, but say 15 to 18%. So she moves from 15 to 18%. She realizes that she got a little bit better tip than she normally gets. She feels a little bit better about herself. She's happy. She's got a little bit more spring in her step. And the next table she goes to wait on, she again does a little bit better, maybe only 2 or 3% again. But she realizes that at the end of that, she maybe gets a 1, 2, 3, 4% tip again. Well, extrapolate that over the course of a day, and it's very quickly you can see that her income potential could rise 20, 25, 30, 40%, and all because she picked up a piece of trash. So the question begs to be asked, how many pieces of trash are you and I failing to pick up because we fail to recognize the opportunity that awaits us by picking up that piece of trash? Just food for thought. Make it a great day and enjoy your next level.